Hi Kiwi, and welcome back to a new episode of Pikmin 1. We are heading back to the Forest Navel today. We just took out the Smoky, the Smoky Prog, and I feel pretty good about that. Granted, we didn't actually get to use any of the Pikmin it granted us realistically. But as far as what we're going to be aiming to do today, we are going to try and get 20 of every color and go for those last two major parts in the area. Pretty much all the other parts that are still on this map are on their way and relatively close to base. So if we can get those two parts as close as possible, we'll be in a good spot. I do see that we have two sprouts here left over from the last time we were here. I'll just go ahead and pop one in the onion so we maintain our one Pikmin of each color starting the day sort of challenge. Now, in the previous time we were here, we did harvest several shearwigs, and I don't think we've had exactly enough time for them to completely respawn. So we're gonna go for the ones that are over here that spawn relatively close to base. We'll get what numbers we can off of them, and then kind of figure out a plan from there. I think my best bet is likely to put them into reds initially so that we can kill some fiery blowhogs pretty quickly. That's my thought, at least. We'll see how it plays out. Kill you? Oh, just missed. Okay, well, getting the yellow, moving that back to base isn't a bad thing. Unless the yellow gets eaten alive. Cool, we got that. Excellent. Let's see if we can do something similar. If I can get this guy to attack me instead of my friends... Nope, he didn't really want to cooperate, but that's fine. And as long as I get him before he lands... There we go. Okay, we got all three. Perfect. So, let's see. Red for you. Red for... we'll put this into the yellow because it's just more optimal. And we'll get this... We'll get the last shearwig moving up so that we can toss it right into red. Once we get those reds growing, I think what we'll do is we'll send a whole... What will we get? We'll have the one red plus 8. So we'll have 9 reds. We send them all on a blowhog and get the other 2 pieces brought back to base. And look at this. We're even moving something along for the ride because of how weird collision is. I can also kind of, as you can see, if I run against it and then use the C3 button or pushing in the C stick, I can actually nudge it a little bit back closer to base. We're definitely not going to do that. That will take too long, and I'm not very good at nudging mechanics, but it is a helpful little mechanic to be aware of. So let's see. Prioritize reds with these shearwigs. We can get you guys going to collect our next couple numbers. And then here's what we're going to do. We're going to have that red hold that. And now once that red brings the second shearwig into its onion, it will be deactivated and aggro the second one, or the first one. So we'll get all of those back to base pretty quickly. Excellent. All right. This so far feels fairly optimized. I feel pretty good about how things are going. Now it's all downhill though, because we don't have any more shearwigs to easily farm. So I have to be very conscientious of how I choose to fight. That said, some yellow Pikmin with bombs against a fiery blowhog might actually kill them faster than a whole army of reds, so that might actually be my next step. We take the reds, we take the yellows, we send reds onto one blowhog, and then go bombing the rest that are in the way. I probably go for the blowhog that I think we left alive in the last time we were here, that's near the area we're heading to. And we're almost at the red count that we need, so we start building into blues, I think, soon. But here we go. We've got 2 yellows. Did not mean to bring you into nectar, come on. All right, let's set these two yellows aside for now, and we had a blue for some reason. That's fine. All right, all these reds go for this guy. Perfect, he's facing this way, so I don't have to worry about him flinging them into the water. And then we take these guys. The blue will have you target this nectar, or this grass here, and hopefully find nectar. And then these 2 guys, I'm stuck. Oh my goodness, I was stuck there. I couldn't actually get up the bridge for some reason. Collision in this game, I will maintain. There's just weird collision for anything that has like 2 differing textures aligning, including textures of the same enemy, or not enemy, of the same like terrain type. So you could have like textures overlapping for the same patch of dirt, and it just ruins you. All right, yeah, we can take this guy out, and we probably won't harvest his parts until later. Okay, that yellow was like, I can't line up the shot, so we're just gonna go ahead and just leave him a nice little present. So did that guy. Okay, that should kill, right? Perfect. I think, yep, good. Oh, and it dropped some pieces, so let's go ahead and move those into place. Hopefully you each grab one. Perfect. Okay, things are going pretty well, and now our pellet posies have started to spawn. That blowhog that we killed is on its way back. We've got nectar for this blue. The main issue right now is we're still lacking in number. We're at 18, and this should bolster us up a fair bit, but we do need to keep things moving. As long as we get things closer to the base, we can definitely do some cleanup. The main issue is because things haven't respawned, we're still in a bit of a icky situation for the numbers we need. most importantly, if I can get... I think probably most importantly is if I can get things off the ledge for that one part that's a bit of a pain to access. I forget its name. It might be the Sagittarius. It very well might be the Sagittarius, a gift from Olimar's son. That's its full name. We should be fine. I'm going to try and get these to be blue if I can. Ooh, got one. Call you off, and then go for again. Might be a little too slow. We got it. Okay, perfect. So now this should all go to blue, and that'll help get our blue numbers up. That's going to yellow once we have a yellow to get it there. Please don't go to the blue. Okay, good. Good. We're making decent numbers. I don't know where the reds with that blowhog are going, but they should be back soon. They're almost back to base now. Let's go clean up these pellet posies. We want to, again, prioritize blue if I can, I think. Because what I can do is I can work on getting blue numbers up while I have the other Pikmin collecting pellets, potentially. Let's see. There's a yellow bringing a pellet and a yellow pellet. We'll let things go to the colors they're coded for. Reds are most important because they'll be moving things through fire. Objectively speaking, we don't necessarily need them to do that. Let's see, that's bringing a yellow pellet, so let's get this into a yellow. I'm trying to be optimized because we do really need an exact number of every color at minimum. Okay, we should be well stocked up on reds now. I think we're just shy of where we need to be, which is pretty good for us, what our goals are. So let's go ahead and get you there and you there. What else? Could probably move this part that's near base back towards things. Oh, there are more pellet posies over here. Let's toss some friends over this way. Some will go for nectar, some will go for pellets. Either way, we're getting things we need. All right, we're already at almost 40 Pikmin, so we should be close to the numbers we're aiming for at this point. I'm not sure how close, but we're definitely heading in the right direction. Actually, now that I think about it, no. We definitely need at least 20 blues because we need to move something out of the water. Okay, so, and what I'll do is I'll use the onions to kind of check where we're at. I think this piece over here only needs 25. So let's take our little army and we can start moving things back to base while I'm plucking, just to be a little bit more optimal. All right, you guys go all here. Bring things back to base. Carry you out of the nectar. Okay, it only needed 15, so we're moving that pretty quickly. Perfect. 25 was the number that it caps at, so even better. All right, we've got a nice. I think we're at our allotment of reds that we needed. I still think we're a little shy on blues potentially. Come along, guys. All right, so we're already halfway through the day, which makes this a little bit sketchy in terms of timing, but still got a chance. The main issue is, do we have enough blues? I think at this point, the main issue is, do we have enough blues? So here's what we do. I've got a plan. I've got a plan that should work out for our favor. We don't need this right now, so let's ignore that. All right, we are at how many blues? We are at 12 blues. So what we do is we start heading to that area so that we can break down walls. Let's get a blue to carry this back to base, and we'll have the blues carry that blowhog corpse that we left behind. And that should give us enough blues. And in the meantime, we can have the rest of our army starting to break down the wall, or start building the bridge. And then I can come back and kind of optimize around that. That should be enough. Good. We've got that carrying back. We'll get another blue over here. I don't actually know if I have enough yellows. I didn't check. I don't think I do. But I think at this point, our main goal is just making sure that we have enough to build a bridge here. So let's get through the fire and flames safely. And in theory, what I can probably do is I'll bring one yellow back with me so that maybe we can do something with that. Okay, good. Okay. I don't really know if there are any more pellet posies available, but this guy will come with us and we'll just try and bolster our yellow count a little bit further. I think there are some pellet posies I forgot to grab kind of nearby, so I think we'll be okay. It's mostly just a matter of, will this be enough or not? I'm gonna be so sad if we're short by like 1 or 2 Pikmin. You know what, I already grabbed these, darn. I think I used up all my pellet posies, actually. I think we're gonna be a little short on yellows. Quite possibly just a little short on yellows. Any other pellet posies? I don't really think I have another option here, so this yellow is just gonna hang out in base. You know what, here, you can go for the nectar. I'll scout around. I guess, ooh, here's a plan. No, we need to be pretty tight with our blues. I guess I could go for the sheer grub over here. I feel like it's too sketchy. It's gonna get my Pikmin caught. But I'll try. Since we're buying time anyway, I may as well try. There's a single pellet. All right. How are they making progress with that bridge? That's the other question we need to ask. All right, they're about a third of the way there, so we're not making amazing progress, but even if we just get that bridge built and a couple things accessible, the rest just comes with minor optimization. So let's get this guy. Shoot, they already made it back to base with that. Did they? No, okay, it's almost back to base, so we've got a little bit of time. Get this yellow to where it needs to go. The main issue here is that yellow is absolutely going to go pathing through the fire and die, and I can't save it from that. I can't save a yellow from itself, but maybe with a little bit of some smart whistling I can. The biggest issue again, I think, is I'm going to be really tight on time. We're not getting any parts back to base, that's for sure. Can we get you through this fire and then I'll leave you be? Potentially. Looks like you're in good... Nope, never mind, you're not good. I don't think this is going to happen, Kiwi. All right, I'm going to pivot here. Okay. I'm committed to the bit. We got to go over one fire. We whistle you off. We get you back on. Or, you know, you really wanted to touch that fire. I saw it in your eyes. Okay, and throw. And now you should be able to make it back safely without burning alive. Okay, we're in the clear. Okay, this is getting really tight on time. Not sure where we are on the bridge building. We do actually have 60 Pikmin, but I don't think it's distributed in the way that we wanted, unfortunately. Go ahead and pluck these blues. This should be more than enough blues to get that thing out of the water. So most importantly, we are getting the progress that we need that way. And there's the bridge. The bridge is built. So it really boils down to, do I actually have enough yellows? We're going to have to hope that somehow I played this right. And there are a couple reds here. Let's see. That yellow is kind of really out of the way. I don't know if I want to wait for it. Here's an idea. Here's an idea. Well, let's slightly optimize for this. I might be able to get these guys over the edge into that part, potentially. I don't think I can aim that way, but this might buy us a little time for the yellow to get here. Oh, those walls are pretty high. Ooh, and I'm caught on the wall, darn. I don't think this is going to work the way I hoped it would. We'll try. It's definitely too far away. But at least they'll be there, and we don't have to worry about them tripping and getting lost. Like, yeah, we're in a good spot there. Okay, so that's fine. They won't be able to reach the part. If I had been running on control or on motion controls, probably actually could have reached it if I angled the shot right. But, all right, here's where the time check really comes in. We've got our yellow sprouted. We've got the red here. You guys come along this way. Really all we need is to get these guys to that bridge, hope that we have enough yellows. These guys are going to be pretty slow because they're not flowers, and we're going to be down to the second on this. This is going to be so sketchy. So, oh, you know what? We need the blues. We need the blues because we need them to unbury things. Oh shoot, I didn't think about that. I don't think we're making it. We're gonna be down to the last minute. We're genuinely gonna be down to the last minute. This is gonna be a bit of a nail biter, but if we can get things out of the water, then we just only prioritize red Pikmin and we're fine. We are so fine. Okay, what do I do here? What do I do here? I don't need you guys to follow me here, so we'll leave you be. We'll grab these blues. Hopefully we have enough blues to start getting them walking this way, and we carry the rest back. All right, we have 22. Please don't need 25. Please don't need 25. Okay, only needs 20. We only need a couple blues. That should be enough. 2 blues coming back with us. There we go. That's moving. Great. Great. Okay, I think we can do this. I think we can get the Sagittarius off of the cliff if we're really timely. We're on the last minute now, so it's going to be close. It's going to be super tight. But all right, toss those 2 blues in here. 1, 2, then get our yellows up here. I need like 15 of them, I think. We'll get as many as we can up there. Hopefully that's enough. I didn't actually count to see. There's another blue here. Okay. Okay, good. We're good. Please, 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 please tell me I have enough. Tell me I have enough and that we have enough time. On, go, go, go. That one blue, that one blue. Okay, we have enough. It's moving. Do they fall? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, gosh. I found my Libra. Okay, I was close. It's his daughter's gift. My daughter gave this to me. It's named after her astrological sign. My sweet little girl. I wonder what she's doing right at this moment. Interesting that they have astrological signs in Hocotate. Okay, and we did it. Okay, brilliant. That's basically all we could have asked for. Yeah, we didn't get any parts today, but everything is accessible. Every single part is now on the move and is accessible. So tomorrow, the question becomes, how do we even get them there? Because we need so many forces. We need a whole bunch of red Pikmin to move all of the pieces, and we've kind of wiped out the map, honestly. I think what we do is we go early game yellows for bombing the Wollywog that I can kite into the area. We just get pieces moving as we build our numbers. Not sure how well this will go, but really we need at maximum 25 reds. Because I saw the blues got the other piece out of the water, and so we can access it as long as we have the reds moving it. We probably need to get reds on it as soon as possible. So 16 days since impact. Fire should be a natural enemy of the Pikmin, but on closer examination, I found red Pikmin to be impervious to it. It is fascinating. The reds continue through the flames, completely oblivious to any Pikmin burning around them. Yeah, that is a little bit morbid. The Pikmin are not really. Their self-preservation and their like community preservation instincts are minimal. It's a little bit morbid to think about when you actually choose to think about it, but I guess different populations of creatures have different instincts for survival. Maybe Pikmin Pikmin obviously have strength in numbers. I think that much has been very well established in this game. Anyway, to the Forest Navel, day 17. I have a suspicion we're not going to clean this on today, but we'll be very close to cleaning it up tomorrow. So look forward to that. And then we'll only have the distant spring. So I'll have to kind of reroute a little bit and figure out how to optimize, because we have some pieces that are a little bit puzzly to get with our current situation. All right, let's see. How are we going to do this? So we said we'd prioritize yellows. We have enough reds. I guess if I were to redo the previous day, I would just make sure that I had 10 yellows, because it turns out I did not need 20, and I would have been able to route around that more cleanly. 25 blues, 25 reds, and 10 yellows, probably 15 yellows just to play it safe, would have been more than adequate. Good to know for the next time. And honestly, I could use this yellow candy pop bud to make that happen. Although, actually, how are you can throw Pikmin into that candy pop bud, but how do you get up there to pluck them? I don't know if you can. Anyway, we're gonna be doing our usual early game Shearwig technique where we kill all the little bugs that spawn in this area. Actually, that's a lot of bodies that are about to head back to base. Don't know if I'm going to be able to kill all of them, but I take out the shear grubs first because they are a little bit scarier. Here comes the beeping. And not necessarily scarier, just that I can kill them, I guess is really what it is. Let's get the red on that, blue on there, any blue there. Or I know my color codes. I really want to get these shearwigs moving, but these guys heading back to base is probably priority here. In theory, if I can bait out an attack, I can probably kill them. But I think for now, I just make sure the Pikmin make it through the fire before I try anything fancy. Alright, all to you. It is, that Pikmin was committed to being lit on fire. That was actually a fascinating interaction. I've never seen that before. Oh, hey, the red pushed it out of the way. That's kind of cool. Are we gonna make this? We made that, okay. Wow, I think they're all gonna make it. Yeah, okay, perfect. Good, all right, let's go get rid of this beeping. So yeah, our priority is basically in exclusivity the reds. If we get the reds stocked up, we are in the clean. We're in the green. I don't know what metaphor I'm trying to aim for here. Get rid of the beeping. All right, I have recovered 18 out of 30 parts. We're on day 17, so we're still averaging at minimum a part a day. I was hopeful I would be a bit more optimized because that day 3 felt so good. It really convinced me that I could do something in this, but seems I'm not as optimized as I'd hoped to be. I wonder if we go for a giant AoE bomb, or do I bring the yellow? I don't even know if I really need to go for yellow count here, because we only have a couple blowhogs. Yeah, I think I'll take the yellows that we get from this. We do not need blue, so we'll let reds take that. All right, blue, you go for this bit of grass over here, I think. Yeah, yellow will pluck and bring with us for bomb rocks and try and take out some bigger enemies in the area. Wondering when they were gonna start spawning there. All right, let's get you on this other shear bug or shear grub, and then we can pluck these sprouts. All right, so we've got 3 yellows, which is enough to bomb something to death and have 1 extra Pikmin for kind of making up the difference for failure or something going wrong. This should give us plenty of ammunition to deal with those shearwigs as well. I think I honestly just go. Let's bring all the bodies so we can get things back to base. Once we have the pellets, we're basically set, I think. We'll have things building up pretty quickly. Okay, so I think I'll toss these yellows over here for now so that they're out of the way and not at risk of getting caught up. We do have 4 of them. We've got 1 blue. I'll leave the blue here too, because I'd rather make sure that we're collecting things properly. Fight this guy out of the way and go in for the kill. Got it on the first try. Excellent. And I know we still have some more bugs. There's one of them over here. Come on, pop out. Good. All right, so we throw the Pikmin behind it, and then it'll target me for its attack, and we can probably kill it before it even has a chance to fly. That's the way to optimize this that I've discovered. All right, so we've got all the reds bringing things back to base. This should bolster up our numbers pretty well. There is still one more Shearwig. Hopefully we don't get caught by that. I'll probably just try and take that out real quick because, yeah, that was gonna happen. I knew it. I saw it happening in slow motion. Please die, please die, please die. Okay. Little sketchy. Got it. Good, good, good. Got it. All right. So unfortunately, we did lose one red. That's a little bit of a sub-optimization for us, but it's fine. I'll just need to make sure these guys get back to base safely. Then take this, take that, and then kite a frog elsewhere. We'll likely collect this guy too. He's close enough to base that we can probably optimize around that. Main issue here is Pikmin being burned alive, and I do need to go and save them from themselves because they really do like to path through the fire. Okay, get that. You should be clear. You're gonna get burnt, so we'll save you. We'll save you. 1, 2. I don't know how he went over there. That was kind of interesting to watch. Pikmin pathing is fascinating to me, how they have like coded them to always walk through the most dangerous path possible. Like they do not need to even come close to touching that fire stack. What are we doing there? Okay, good. We're clear. Okay, so now, again, I think I just try and get all of these into... No, we can prioritize numbers here, I think. But if I can prioritize reds, I prioritize reds at this point. So let's get these guys onto pellets where we can. We really mostly just need body count, but we need enough reds to move those parts that are blocked by fire. Let's call you, get a red on you. Nope. I swear I'm trying to pick these up. All right. Red there, red there. That should give us a whole bunch of reds and we can start moving pieces. We'll start by moving this piece that's right in our base because it does not take much to get going. It only takes, what, 15, I think it was? And we're already basically there. That's one part that's moving to where it belongs. Then I can grab these reds to collect more pellets over here. Once we have 25 reds, we probably make a beeline for what we can collect off in the distance and get that as close as possible. In theory, if we move the Libra, we can probably get that going closer to base 2. We're almost at halfway point. But I think we actually are making decent time for our goals here. Once I get 25, what we need 35 reds altogether, so I probably prioritize that first. Number 1, Ionium Jet. If this is damaged, I'll be in dire straits. I will have to run a system check as soon as I can. I now have recovered 19 parts. Okay, good, good, good. All right, how many reds are we at now? Let's take a peek. We are at 22 reds, so we're getting close-ish. Wouldn't say it's incredibly close, but we're almost there. Once we have 35, we go for the 2 parts that need them. Okay, there are some more pellets over here. Let's grab those. This will likely bring us up to the numbers we need, I want to say. I really didn't want to throw those yellows there because I want to make sure that things go into the red onion. But let's see. There's some more pellets over here that we can grab for those reds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're good. At the very least, we can say we got one part back into base, right? I'm hopeful that this will bring our red count up to the number we need. If it doesn't, I still go for the furthest off piece so we can start things moving, and then I can worry about getting more body count soon. All right, let's see. This piece over here needs 30, I want to say, but we can start moving it while we're waiting for everything to spawn and bloom. All right, grab some more bodies. That's 5 right there. Is that enough? It's exactly enough. Nice. Okay, so we'll get that moving. I'll start plucking Pikmin. Like, this is the part of Pikmin that I love the most, is when the dandori finally comes all together and you're just moving nothing but pieces back to base. It feels very rewarding, honestly. All right, I do think we should have enough reds now. We'll move this one final blue piece this way, and then we'll probably drop this off in base, see what our numbers are once I've plucked everyone. We bring as many reds with us as possible to get those pieces. Let's see, do we have the 35 reds we need? We have 34, which means we have 35 because you're carrying a pellet. I thought, where did it go? Oh, it's taking the long way for some reason. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's dismiss everyone and get the reds moving. You guys and the 2 yellows that decided to be heroes are not wanted. There we go, where's that red? There's that red. Okay, we have 35 red Pikmin. If I could get the nectar from this guy, that would be incredible. Come on, just get a little bit lower. Excellent. Get everyone into the nectar quickly. Okay, that'll bolster our speed a fair bit. Excellent. Okay, now we have exactly enough. If anything goes wrong, we will have exactly not enough. think there's a Pikmin. Okay, he's running with his head to his side. I was confused by the running animation there because his leaf was off at a strange angle. Okay, we got everything across the bridge. So I think I prioritize the flowers on the piece that's further away and get the leaf Pikmin on the Libra. And then, let's see, so we need, not get them in the water. Bring this down to 15, and that should be enough. And then you guys can go on this. Right, it was 15 we needed. I don't know. I'm glad I honestly thought that took 10, so I'm glad I remembered 15. I brought 5 extra. That would have been really bad. Okay, so that piece is moving. And then, let's see. What do we have left to move? It's only those two, that piece in base and that piece that's right by base that takes 40. So unless we get these Pikmin back into base quickly, we're probably not going to be able to grab that last piece, but it's still possible. It's humorously possible. Let's see. Let's bolster our numbers as much as we can for now. So let's get the blue here. And then pluck these. So that leaves us with, we've got 10 extra Pikmin at the moment. What can I do with these 10 extras? I could go for that blowhog, since those pieces are definitely going to be moving slowly. I think that's probably what I do. I go for the fiery blowhog that's off in the distance, and if we can get its body back to base, we might have enough to move things. It's a little dicey, but you know what? We have yellows. We have yellows. We can go. Let's just go. We don't need the extra number because we only need enough Pikmin to carry a blowhog, and that requires 7. And if we keep the extra Pikmin with us, we can move things faster. So I've got my plan. So let's go ahead. We only need 2 yellows for this. So let's drop you here. We'll go pick up these bombs. It's still very tight. I'm not convinced I'm going to be able to make it in the day, but I'm hopeful. Grab your bomb, grab your bomb. Come back to me. Let's go make a fiery blowhog extra fiery. There's the, I think the larger group of Pikmin is pushing the smaller group of Pikmin along for the ride. I really don't want to aggro this frog because I foresee it being a problem. So I think what I do is oh, you got some extra pellets? That's great. No, move. Well, I think one got caught. Maybe? Here, come this way. Come this way. We're just gonna move whatever we can here, and I will focus this frog away from our friends. We had 7, but oh, there they are. Okay, we've got more. Perfect. Let's go ahead and grab these pellets. We can. 1, 2, then 3. Keep the frog focused on me. Focus this way. Okay, good. We're good. We're in the clear. All right, everything's on its way to base. This is incredible. This actually feels really good. I think we're gonna get both those pieces back to base, and we'll probably be able to move this final part. It's gonna be so close, but I think we can do it. I think we can get 6 parts in one day. Go from having, what, 16 parts to 24? No, I don't think that's actually the math on it, but feels cool if it is, you know? We've definitely moved a fair few parts, though. Keep things going this way. Bodies are coming this way. Okay, so here's how we optimize. Once these are made into base, we will have the 40 that's needed to move the biggest parts. We put them on that, and then we'll have these guys collect bodies and move this last piece. All right, here we go. Libra. All right, let's see what we get here. We get Libra. My daughter gave this to me. My late return must have her very worried. I now have 20 out of 30 parts, 9 more to go. What was this? Oh, never mind, we're not gonna find out. I think it was the stabilizer, that apple slice looking piece that we have there. But we got our fancy computer thingy that I forgot the name of. Analog computer. This strengthens the outward emotions of the dolphins. This strengthens the outward emotions of the dolphin's computer. Okay, I had to pause for a second there because it did not make sense to me. While it does make the computer smart, it also makes it quick to anger. It's just like my boss. Oh, Sancho. We'll see you in the next game. All right, so we've got 37 Pikmin. We need 3 more. So I guess we move this piece after all then. It only takes 30, but it'll be back at home base very soon. Come on, come on. They were thinking about it. They had to think about it a little bit. Okay, honestly, what probably would have been optimal is I just grab some Pikmin off of the things that are coming to base and move them, but I still think we have more than enough time to get that last piece into base, so I think we're in the clear. I think we complete the entire Forest Naval in like a very, obviously we took more than a couple days, but Omega Stabilizer, this is the dolphin's fin. It is a little beaten up, but it should still function. I've made great strides in repairing the dolphin. With this, I should be able to fly again, even if I don't recover all 30 parts. That doesn't sound right, because I know there are only 5 optional parts, so we're almost at that point, though. Okay, come on, guys. I think what I do, you're at 7 exactly. All right. Well, we'll get things onto this piece for now, and then I'll run back and grab more. We have 38 of the Pikmin we need. It's definitely gonna be a little tight because we're pretty close, and I can't actually walk that way because they're blocking with the piece. Ooh. Okay, I think we needed 2 more. So we should be able. Honestly, we just grab who's sitting in base and get them. Let me move. Come on, we're almost there. I don't think we even worry about getting extra bodies. We just need to get bodies onto the part. All right, Kiwi, we have exactly one. We have just shy of 1 minute to get what we need. It's on the move. It's on the move. It's too big to go conventionally, the easier route it seems. But what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and pluck these Pikmin and get the extra body so that it moves a little bit faster. And then I think we will have all of the parts in the Forest Navel. I hopefully am not mistaken. It's definitely gonna be a little. Actually, I don't even think it's gonna be tight. I think we are so far in the clear. Wow, what an amazing day. You know how I was commenting on how day 3 felt good? It only took to day 17 to have a comeback, but my goodness, what a dandori day. Like, right? Is that it? That's it? That's the final part. I'm pretty sure we got 6 parts in 1 day, and it's not even close. Like, we are getting this into base. March, my little minions, you can do it. And then, you know what that means. We had such a successful day, we get to have a whole Pikmin kill on before we end the day. Because we have to reset anyway, may as well, you know? There it is, the final part of the Forest Navel. What an incredible day. We set ourselves up for success. It just took multiple days of prep work. Anti-dioxin filter. The laws of deep space require all ships to eliminate all pollutants. I'm glad someone has some regulations for that sort of travel. Okay, that's a lot of Pikmin we need to remove. Ooh, I can't drown blues, so I'm not sure what to do about this situation. Well, I guess we drown who we can and leave everyone else behind. Into the water, everyone! Trust me, it's fine! There are no mistakes being had here. Look at all the little eyeballs that I'm just passing through. Terrifying. It honestly looks a little ominous from a distance. Alright, can we grab any more Pikmin to abandon? Got 14 reds. Get those out. And we've definitely got a lot of blues that we can get rid of. 33 more blues. Oh, we're at max, so whatever. We didn't kill all of them, but we can kill as many of them as we can. Dismiss at the last second so that they're not tied to me, and we'll probably still have some that are in base close enough to survive, but the rest are not making it. You know how we celebrate a very successful day. We have a very sad timeout screen. Well, those are the 4 survivors of 33. Well, with all that said, Kiwi, what an amazing day. We really recouped a lot of the struggle. I was worried that we were averaging a part a day, and I felt like we were super behind, but not anymore. We made a lot of progress in 1 day. Feels good. It feels really good. Like, that's the thing I love about Pikmin, is when you have everything come together and be as optimized as possible, it just feels so good to see the dandori come to fruition. I suppose 17 days since impact. Honey Wisp. This timid creature flies around collecting nectar from flowers. It typically hides itself, but shaking flowers can reveal its presence. The nectar it collects appears to be the Pikmin's favorite food. They instantly bloom when they eat it. All right. Oh, well, that's cool. We've sprouted 999 Pikmin exactly. Never seen that before. Funny number, make me laugh. Anyway, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. I hope if you were awake and watching this that you were enjoying the dandori as much as I was. With all that said, though, I have had a lot of fun, but maybe I take a break now, or at least I drink the tea, which I have unfortunately made a free leaf tea without a filter, so I'm going to be drinking leaves and tea. That was an unfortunate mistake, but I'm not letting it go to waste because I am an idiot. With all that said, I love you, I hope you're sleeping well, and I will see you in the next one. Feel free to laugh at me because I can't make tea.